means we're going to have to understand the times. Secondly, we have to engage the brightest that the other side has to offer. Thirdly, we've got to formulate persuasive responses.
Realized that it was so important that our students understood the consequences of the decisions they were making.
The material is so important, and I need to hear it over and over again.
And he really puts it in perspective, makes you really realize what this is all about.
A camp like Friends for Life is critically important because we're teaching kids to think critically. Our country is having a huge debate over the question of truth and the question of human value. On the question of truth, we're asking ourselves, what makes humans valuable in the first place, and are there moral truths that apply to each human being? And what our culture is saying is, listen, we think all the rules are up to us. We make things up as we go. We're training kids here to think critically, to think that truth is objective and knowable, and that they can get in line with it.
We're working with a large group of students that care about people outside of themselves, namely the unborn.
It's my duty to God to defend these innocent people who are being unjustly killed.
One of my friends has gone through and she got pregnant and was forced to have an abortion by her mom. And I want to be better prepared to help with that.
They're getting the tools they need here to actually go out and engage in the battle to win, to change hearts and minds, to save children, and bring again healing to people in pain.
We're teaching them how to engage the culture on the question of truth and human value in a way that large pro-life groups are not doing.
It's exciting to see them unleashed with good arguments and with a gracious manner to be a voice for those who have no voice.
I actually used the material at a volleyball tournament. We were all eating lunch, me and my teammates. We were all sitting around a table. Somehow abortion came up. I was able to use the techniques that we've learned, like SLED, and I think I even used Trot Out the Toddler, to kind of make them think, like, that can't really be when life begins because of this, and it was really cool.
Now we have several simultaneous tracks. Students who are just being introduced to the pro-life movement can come in and get the knowledge that they need at a foundational level, and more advanced students can interact with some of the more complex arguments. And so we're trying to serve students wherever they happen to be.
We're engaging students at this point, many of them before they even arrive at college, because if they're not equipped to deal with ideas hostile to their Christian worldview, when they get to college, they will either do one of two things. They will drop their faith because they think there's no rational belief for it, or they'll remain Christian and pro-life, but they'll have no impact on campus because they've been cowering in intimidation. We want them to be able to engage confidently, not in a way that's abrasive, but in a way that is aggressive, meaning they're not afraid of a good fight.
This is your boot camp, really. It's not meant to be an end-all, be-all. It's meant to be your starting ground. We give you the tools, then we send you out.
And what gives me courage is looking at these students and their eagerness to learn, to study the toughest thinkers the other side can offer, and give good answers to those objections that are raised to the pro-life view.
I would say definitely come. It's worth it.